ALKIRE. Just to kind of touch base with what Mr. Sexton was just talking about, around 6:42, the fire department was initially requested for a gas leak outside. That was the initial request. However, as they were approaching the scene, they received multiple other phone calls stating that there was this gas leak has then turned into a house explosion. Units arrived on scene. They did locate the deceased victim. They pronounced that victim deceased. The Office of State Fire Marshal is working jointly with the Harford County Sheriff's Office. That is standard operating procedure anytime a fatality occurs within Harford County. We are also working with Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives, or ATF. That is also standard operating procedure whenever a house explosion occurs or any type of large loss. We are still vigorously processing the scene at this time. We are going to be working throughout the day. We have got great cooperation with Harford County Roads Department along with the Harford County Executive bringing in heavy equipment. So we will be doing a joint exam both with the Special Operations of Harford County, ATF, and ourselves along with Harford County Sheriff's Office. Currently, it is still a very active search and rescue scene. I can confirm that the house was listed for sale. However, we do not know at this point if there still is anyone inside, so it's still a very active scene at this point. I also want to touch base or kind of follow up on, we certainly are restricting airspace. We don't want any personal drones or whatnot, but we're not treating this as a crime scene. That's how we're treating this, only because of just the vast debris area that's around the scene. We're asking everybody respectfully just kind of stay away and respect the area that we need to move in because of just the large equipment. At this time, I'll pass it over. Do you guys have any questions? Do you guys have any questions regarding the investigation I can kind of help you out with?
So he called it a crime scene, and it started off as a gas leak call. Does it look like this was intentional or an accident?
Right now, we have, as fire investigators and explosion investigators, we have to treat every scene like that. So anytime that we arrive on that, we're still going through all that debris. Right now, we just don't know. What I can confirm is that there was a odor of gas within the area. We can confirm that also BGE was aware of that odor within the area. And there were BGE contracted workers on scene whenever the explosion occurred.
Do you have to know how many people might have been occupying the house? Was it 5?
Currently, right now, we just have it listed as 1. Yeah, that's right.
And the ID is being withheld pending notification?
Yes, sir, that's correct.
Do you have an age? Or?
No, right now, we're just going to defer that over to our partners at the Harford County Sheriff's Office who does that part of the investigation. I'll refer over to them if they want to release that information.
Did you say BGE was working on the gas leak when the explosion occurred?
So BGE was actually called for another issue regarding the electrical issue. I can confirm that. They were there looking into that issue whenever the explosion occurred.
You said an electrical issue?
Yes, ma'am.
Is the resident allowed to ask a question?
Sure.
Are you working with any architectural engineers within the area within like a quarter-mile radius? Because the foundations of the condo building that we live in shook and our roof was destroyed, and there was cracks in the building. So we're wondering, are there any engineers that will be deployed today if we need to be evacuated or not?
No, absolutely. No, that's a great question. I'm glad that you brought that up. This is probably one of the largest explosions. I've been on the job for nearly 18 years. This is one of the largest explosions I've seen, especially even in Harford County. So we will have to document each and every one of those houses that were affected by this explosion, including your address, and I'll probably follow up with you on getting that. We do have multiple investigators coming from across the state to assist us, including our partners at ATF.
At this point, do you know how many, I know obviously people are still counting and reporting damage, but do you guys have a number so far of how many structures other than the one that exploded have been damaged by this or destroyed?
Yeah, so right next door to the left of that house, there was a lady that was inside. She initially was treated. I believe she was not transported. So we know we at least have that person. That was the house that sustained the most damage. However, there's just due to the blast radius, there's going to be multiple structures, including the structure she just spoke about. So we, as investigators, we have to document each and every one of those. We have to try to figure out how far this blast radius was, and it's certainly all that data comes back to us to help us with our investigation.
So you said BGE was there already looking into the smell of gas already when the explosion happened. Was the BGE worker injured?
Yes. One of the BGAs will be going around looking through. You got to remember, this just happened less than 2 hours ago. I know that's not an excuse, but we're just trying to bring everybody, all of our investigators, along with the sheriff's office, onto the scene. It's going to be a very tedious process. However, we will be going to each door to door to not only to interview those people, to see what data they have, also to see, what damage they have, so we can document that.
So, another thing. You said one person was found dead on scene, and then BG worker was injured, and then another. So that's 3 victims, basically.
That's correct. Yeah, there was 2 BGE workers, and along with, we don't know if we have the 3rd victim. We do not know. We have not been able to confirm that yet.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.
Again, I just want to reinforce that it is still an active investigation. It's still an active scene. A lot of units still on scene. Again, joint effort between multiple law enforcement agencies as well as fire rescue as well as special operations. So just a reminder again, please respect the scene itself. Don't go where you're not supposed to. Please give the investigators their room to work with, as well as a reminder about personal drone aircraft. Please refrain from flying them in the area.